Mm-hmm. Yeah. So cool. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's explore Bartek. The strange wolf woman is actually Kali, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
It's Kali who is the wolf-born girl.
Oh yeah, okay. Then I need to switch those around.
Yes. Cool.
Oh, wow, Kali. Right. Okay.
Then Bartek sees. Bartek, tell us who are your two positive connections. That doesn't mean that you want to get rid of the third one, the negative one. You have it's a quirk. It's just something about them. It's just a shade. Yeah, a shade of gray. So tell us.
Shade of gray.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Bartek and would see Amelia as at least somebody relatively normal, being born and raised in Warsaw, like something that he can maybe not completely relate with, but just a normal Polish person and not something weird. I think he would be. I don't know how I should do this with the other positive connections, because I think both towards Rafe and Kali, he would be a little bit suspicious, because one was a wolf for the longest time in her life, and the other seems like a bit of a hippie, which might be a little bit of not sitting with him correctly, being more government type person.
You have two positive options towards them in the fact that they are two. They love the land. Both of them are really fond of the forest and the wild. Really into the land, just like you. Rafe is a born hunter, taught and grew up as a hunter. Kali too, but in her own way.
For other reasons. Yes, but I think Bartek would still be a little bit more suspicious of Rafe, just because he was a normal human for the longest of time, and is still, as I understood it correctly, Owen, correct me if I'm wrong, Rafe is a bit of a hippie, or as you said, an activist, which might sit still a little bit.
I would say, yeah, that's a funny word, naturalist. I think naturalists go around naked all the time, but he's not. He's just he's very into nature. So he really goes out into the forest to
get naked.
What's the word? No. Well, as a wolf, I suppose he would. Yeah. But no, he really communes with nature. That's what he basically goes out. That's his place. He's not really so into humans at all, really.
Anyway, you're a smoker. He doesn't like that. So you're a conspirationist. You're a conspirator.
Yeah. I'm addicted to cannabis, growing that in that garden. Yeah. So yeah, there's definitely I can see how there could be some differences. The military thing makes me a bit paranoid.
So
I'm sorry, I put interested in your military background. I don't know. Hippie. Yeah, classic. This is.
Yeah. We should make pot brownies together.
Yeah, that's it.
No problem. Yeah, we can do that.
Cool, Bartek.
Yeah. Anyway, go back to.
And finally, your negative. So your negative would be a hippie, and your positive towards a strange. So you're attracted by her strangeness.
Yeah, probably a little bit interested of somebody who grew up as a wolf and is now in more or less also involved in human society.
Cool. So yeah. Put your entry at the base of your arrow. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that little things like that, Niels, that are they give us like it's just a hook to role play something, to have an opportunity to start a scene together, to or possibly maybe none of it will be played out. Maybe one entry will become a major theme. So you both will like to have this weird connection, and that will come back. It doesn't matter if it does or it don't. So yeah, pick something that you would like to play. Not just what makes sense.
I think this would be an interesting possibility of this still a little bit suspicious from both sides. A little bit of a suspicion between Bartek and Brave, I think, would be interesting. So
Cool.
I don't know exactly how to write it though. So if anybody has some good ideas.
Suspicious. It's enough,
Suspicious.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll do that.
Yeah, you don't need to know everything. You possibly at this stage that you don't even know yourself. I mean, Bartek. Emilia, let's go with you. Who are your two positive relationships?
I think Amelia, being from the city and working more with spirits rather than being a very physical person, would probably really admire both Rafe and Bartek. I think in some ways they probably seem like they embody the idea of a werewolf like much better, being like powerful and dangerous. Right, where she's much more in tune with like the moon and the spirit world and things like that. So yeah, I think they both would be people that she connects to more easily. I think Holly, I think that would probably be so hard for her to speak with Kali, to be like, here's a song that I love. I saw it on a TikTok video when it was trending a while ago. Like, how do you
What do we have in
connect?
common?
Right, or to be like, do you remember 10 years ago when it was a really bad winter and it was snowing all the time? And then Kali has to be like, I wasn't born 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's it. I look 20. I look 25, but I'm only 4.
Right, exactly. So I think trying to find ways to like, right, how can we connect? How can we connect beyond like a surface level of we like nature,
Yeah.
Even that, I think you'd be like, I like going to nature to picnic. But then I get back in my car and leave. Who could
Like
live there?
barbecue.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so I think, trying to understand like Kali's very different perspective will be like something probably very important.
It's gonna be a nice one to explore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give yourself we can make I have a story, a plot, and it's there. It's for you to use it to do what you want. But if you want just to spend 3 sessions on exploring this relationship map, I'm okay, so yeah, just like I said, those are hooks. Use them or don't. But if you do, you do you. You do you. Yeah. Cool. Kali, you sorted? Yeah. Tell us about your two positive connections then.
since we talked about Kali and Bartek being the reason for Emilia's change, and Kali isn't violent in that way if she doesn't have to. So she really wants to protect Emilia because she feels some kind of she still has some kind of a bad taste by over forcing her werewolf form. So she really wants to protect her, maybe too much sometimes because Ali doesn't understand cities.
Makes sense.
And
then Rafe. Rafe is your second positive, yeah? Rafe.
I just wrote known his grandfather because we have that connection in the village. So if it's more known him as a great hunter or something like that, maybe.
Cool. And Bartek is too violent.
Yes. It's again not that much, but because he's more focused on that military background, and Kali is much more. Let's talk about it. I think she thinks Bartek is way too head on.
Cool. Even if he's not, or if he is, or not, that's her view, and that could possibly even be inspiration for Bartek, for Niels playing Bartek. Maybe he didn't even know that, and you just told him that yes, actually Bartek is head on. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Again, if he
it's
was
this kind of brainstorming we're doing.
Emilia, so yeah, if he would be the one pushing Kali to get Emilia to change, she will feel like he's pressuring her with violence in some way.
Yeah. And he's a ragabash too, so he probably doesn't really have much compassion. Or maybe compassion is not the word. Empathy. Yeah, empathy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Will you change the young boy touchstone to young man? He's early 20s.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
right.
I seem to have lost the ability to write box. This technical start has distracted me a little bit, Adi. But I couldn't do a final text box for Amelia. I just couldn't. Don't seem to be able to double click or create one.
Okay, what do you want? What do you want to put in there?
I think I admire her manual skills. I think she's into making things right, and so that's if she's in the village, and I would probably go to her sometimes to fix things or tools and just go over those types of things. Yeah. Her crafting. Yeah, perfect. I don't know how we seem to have this long stream of letters going between me and Bartek. I don't know what that is. Hopefully it wasn't me. Some kind of howl between me and Bartek. Can you see that?
No. You may want to exit that scene and go
Refresh
to
it.
Umbra
Refresh it.
Lupus Pack, and come back. Because I don't see anything buggy about it.
Oh, okay. I'll refresh it and see if it's gone.
Yeah.
Because maybe mine just locked. Maybe mine locked up because I was no longer able to do text boxes. But I saw this big stream of letters going between Bartek and I.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what happens.
So you admire the
But
craft of Emilia. Then Bartek, you're interested in his military background. How interested?
Well, okay. First of all, we do meet at this cairn site, right? That's how we are already aware of each other's wolf background.
Yeah. It's been month. It's been
Yep.
up to 2 years.
Okay. Yeah. So I just the fact that I am more of a sort of loner, woods, staying in the woods, hunting, outside of society. He just represents a little bit the state to me. Military, maybe that intimidates my guy a little bit. Yeah, just not on quite the same wavelength, but still interested. Still interested in that whole side. Something that maybe I would have always maybe been interested in, and maybe still could join, but I'm kind of a bit wayward.
Maybe it's
right
a career
on.
you should have picked earlier. You missed your wrong timing, or another the fate wanted it else. But
yeah, but in fact, I wouldn't really respond well to discipline and things. So I know that I'm a loner. Yeah, I'm an individual. So yeah, but I'm just interested in the whole thing.
But you still like to be dominated because you smoke. So you
what
need
did you
an
say?
addiction. You having an addiction is a proof that you need authority, and that you have not accessed it for yourself. So you would need either a boss or an addiction. I mean, that's how I see addictions: is that you're not in control, so you need something to control you.
I see it more of just a painkiller, just relaxing, because I just have this rage. So for me, it's I suppose you could call it an authority, or it calms me. But it's more of a painkiller.
Yeah, because willpower calms anything and everything, but without it, you need a crutch. So without consuming cannabis daily, you have a -2 on every roll. Huh? Is that it? I think that's the thing about substances. Yeah.
Did I go for the 2.1 or the full one?
I think you picked the 2.1. Yeah, I think you went heavy on this one.
I went for it. Yeah, my floor, right?
Yeah. So you basically you have a cone at all time. Either behind an ear or between your two fingers.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Not all time. No.
Not all time. A 2 dot is like.
No.
It's heavy. Huh?
Through the day.
One in the morning, but like massively heavy, or in the evening. Well, you do you.
Yeah, no, it'd be every on the meals basically. Yeah, morning.
The meals,
lunch, dinner.
Nice.
Morning, lunch, dinner. Yeah. Just.
I know. I was addicted myself to it, and that would be from 6 in the morning to 2 in the morning. That would be, and every half an hour. I mean, I was mad about it. So I can relate.
Every half hour.
I smoke like a fucking a werewolf.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't smoke, kids. Blah blah blah. Okay, I think we're good to go, guys. I just need to calm that bloody cat. Yeah.
We did everything right. Yeah. Pally, I just put just impressed by the pure wolf form. Kind of awe-inspiring to have that wolf from birth in the pack. That's very cool. Possibly at a different, kind of a different spiritual level, which my guy's kind of interested in. The shadow, the umbra. He's a spirit walker, so hunts in the real world, but wants to hunt in that spirit world. So as much as he's looking to learn about that. Yeah.
Did you take the right that lets you open more easily the oh, okay. I did.
Yeah. Yeah, what was that one called?
That reminds me, I forgot to choose a rite, which I now did in the background. I would pick the rite of the Whispering Field, surveillance and a ritual of the cairn and everything around it. I think that would fit relatively well.
Cool. How far did that stretch? It's within the boundaries of the cairn, yeah. Within the
roughly, I think, surrounding the cairn territory, roughly 1 kilometer in all directions.
Cool. Okay.
And yes, if somebody then comes into this radius, we all get 2 regular dice pinned to success for any awareness tech to detect them.
Awesome. Cool. Right. The right. I'll do my best to try to, the scenario is it cannot accommodate every bloody option that you all pick. So this is a nice one. So hopefully I can come with intruders to trigger that. So you feel compensated for picking that. Okay. I think it's about time. I forgot something so cool. I wanted to put some music. Actually, to ease. Yeah. That was the mood I wanted to go with during this relationship map building, and I forgot to turn on the music. Because wait. But yeah. Basically, I need to do that. Cool. So I wrote. Yes.
You like that?
Yes, I do. I dig that that vibe. And it fits really well. It would be like a nice opening credits, and for a werewolf movie, like it's kind of like Road 66 kind of feel.
Oh, cool. That suits me for sure.
Yeah.
Everybody else likes it.
But actually time is over for well, no, I'll leave it for the intro. I wrote a bigger intro than I'm used to. I felt the need for it because we're gonna start the opening scene is going to be quite heavy, emotionally tense, and I wanted us to be tuned in with the overall subtext, like not everything has to be said when the scene opens up, and you still know kind of like what's behind that atmosphere. So it's a 5-minute read, and it talks a little bit about everything, about the place, about the spirit of the forest, about your cairn, and about the three packs that you are. The Sept, your Sept is composed of 3 packs, so 3 pack leaders, and I describe at the end of the intro, I describe the personality of those leaders. So bear with me. Just take your time. Just let it be. We'll ease into action, soon enough. But now I wanted us to sort of like square down where the 4 of you are. In what kind of mind space is the Sept at the moment, and your pack in particular, because you're gonna see. So however you know each other for how long, you guys, you figure it out when you interact, when you play that out. You are there. You know each other. You know this Sept well. Although you're the newest guys there. You're the newest guys, and you were introduced to one of the others was self-proclaimed himself your pack leader, basically a galliard. We'll talk about his story in a moment. I still need to change the song. I think I'll go for. What am I going for? This. Yes. All right. For generations, for centuries, the Garou have tended this essential node of power called the heart of the force. Its gods pass by, but they always came back to mend that heart, to keep it beating, so that great Puszcza Incarna Puszcza herself sometimes presents her avatar in the form of a mighty giant walking tree, with many arms and eyes and myriads of birds and beasts hosted in its cracks and crannies, with waterfalls pouring out of it, bursting with life force. Or she may come as a colossal bison, with an entire forest growing on its back, ladders of mosses hanging from its belly, its breath crystallizing the chants of legions of animals. But it is rare when she chooses to wear those spiritual disguises. For Puszcza is so vast a being that one can spirit walk inside her, just like one can hike her many pathless clefts and secret glades in the physical realm. Yes, the cairn was abandoned by Garou at times of invasions and wars, but its spirit, its guardian spirit, never left that place. The heart of the forest is itself a powerful juggling. So the heart of the forest is the name of the place, and its guardian spirit. They're one and the same in that case. Is itself a powerful juggling, the heart of the forest. But it has not been doing very well lately. Also, although great Incarna Puszcza herself will perdure, no matter what, the heart of the forest is choking and needs tending and good care. Without a strong heart, the spirit of Puszcza will be diminished. The forest borders will be compromised. The woods will recede. Ever more frequent rituals of the living cairn are needed to amend that growing pressure from unstable elements of the worm and the weaver. But both worms and weavers' integrated elements are playing important roles in the cosmology of that collective entity that is Puszcza. Worms powered inner cycles of decay, recyclings of dead matter, and its autoimmune systems are fundamental to the survival of the whole. Weavers powered root connective pathways and animal hormonal encodings make for a strong immune system. Both contribute strongly to complementing wild's endless input of renewed life forms and adaptative behaviors. The forest is wise and beyond ancient. It truly would be immortal if left alone. Of course, with triad out of balance, things are not so simple anymore. And not only that, but something is missing. Something huge is missing. Gaia does not answer her phone anymore. No one knows where she's gone. If she's alive, if she's asleep, if she left. The core engine of life on Earth, the soul of the planet, has gone. The source of all wills to be on this damn planet is mute. But maybe not so mute, for one thing is certain. Her cry haunts the Garou always. Gaia's howl tears the mists of the spirit wilds. But will that plaint be her last whimper? Those are hard times for the Sept. The world of darkness encroaches ever more on Gaia's creation. Old and new generations of Garou struggle to harmonize their efforts. The reactionary are having a hard time letting go of the litany and will keep seeing the world through a black and white filter no matter what. The new generation doesn't have a voice, but a multitude of conflict, self-driven goals and grand ideas that are hard to put in action without unity to back them up. Now, the leader of the Sept, she's called Purple Moon. She's an old lady by now, loved and cared for by her closed ones, and many, many beyond. She's a quintessential figure of what the balance between fury and love, might and care, glory and wisdom can achieve. Patient as a mother, sharp as the executioner's axe. Her pact reflects that. Balance and endurance, ponderance and determination, wariness and commitment. That's Purple Moon's pact. Part of Purple Moon's pact is Little Wolf, Rafe's mentor. Then we have the Sept. We just had Purple Moon, the Sept leader. Now we have the Sept. I called him the Sept troubleshooter. His name is Kraken. And Kraken is a killer, but an informed one. He loves to study his quarry. He made a science of hunting and putting down his enemies. He studies behavior, purpose, habits, needs, psychology, and applies it to murdering the bad guys and subduing the rogue spirits back to their original purposes. His love for nature is deep, his trust in Gaia total, and his attunement to Luna razor sharp. His pact's identity reflects that. Kraken's pact is deliberate but obsessive, knowledgeable but compulsive, passionate but intolerant. Kraken is Kali's mentor. But Kali is part of another pact. And that made Kali's pack leader quite jealous to have one of her pack mates being mentored by another pack leader. And as well, Sojo, the Ragabash of Kraken's pack, is Emilia's adversary. She's a tricksy wolf-born Black Fury Ragabash who turns off technology as soon as she sees it. Then, the final pack is yours. And your pack has been this Silver Fang Galliard called the Mount. And the Mount has believed in the litany from the start. His father was a Garou himself. As a child, he knew already what he was, the heritage he was expected to uphold. So the Mount was born leader and raised to be one. With a profound sense of good, a deep and generous heart, prolific, always ready to help, the Mount was a hard one to pass by and ignore. The thing is, he would not tolerate insurgency, and many a Garou under his command failed to meet his expectation and were executed or expelled because of that. He began to loathe cowardice and remorse. He became more and more extreme when trying to impose his will. And the death of his father and the collapse of the Garou nation crushed him on the inside, but on the outside made him even more of an authoritarian figure. His devotion to honor was infectious, but somewhat became toxic. He began to expect too much, too often, and near the end, because he has ended, near the end, he had drifted towards Hauglosk very quickly and dangerously. Thank you for listening patiently. So I hope that gives you kind of like, you know, like we zoomed in, like we're somewhere. This is the set. There's one thing I wanted to leave up to you guys, to have an open conversation between players, for you to set the stage. The first scene is going to roll at night time at the cairn. There will be a ritual going on and a moot. The Sept has been gathered. Everyone from every pack is present. The whole Sept is there. There are rituals going on, and you're at the cairn. But I want you guys, players, to describe for us what you see. How do you see this heart of the forest? Set the stage yourself. Build the decor for us. The tip here is to think on those. You can brainstorm that together and think about. There is the physical side. So how does it look in the physical world? And what's the umbral appearance of it? Feel, whatever. What's the umbral side looking like? And the tip as well is that, the name, of course. It's the heart of the forest, right? So it's inside the forest. It's somewhere far deep in a forest, in a huge forest. We know that. But it's the heart, so there is something to do with a sense of pulse, yeah? It's where you, it's like the chambers of the heart, yeah? Life force flows through it. And the function of a cairn is to be a node of power to have the spiritual and the physical interact. So with those elements, let's hear what you envision together. How does it look? Maybe I don't know if you want to try. I think logically we could start by the physical appearance of it, the layout on Earth, and then possibly project ourselves on the other side.
Just cool. Just before we start on that, Adi, is there any way you could you have that text that you just read to us with the different? Is there any way we could get that into the journal, or just so I could read again a little bit into the chat or into the journal at some stage, just so I can
absolutely
read through it again at some stage? Perfect. Yeah. But, my imagining the heart of the forest, I think a glade, or that basic glade, possibly with a stone platform or a very old tree, or what do you think? What do we think?
When we started to plan for the adventure, I looked up pictures from the park, and one stand out in my mind, since it's this old forest. It had this, not American redwood trees, but the European equivalent. Very old, very big, and again, some of them tilted in this marshland, and the moss growing all over them. So some kind of body of water near, with this green algae on top, and the moss crawling on these big trees.
Awesome.
But yeah, some kind of opening either over the water or where this tree had fallen earlier, so the moon can get down, because of course it will need to do that.
Did you still have access to that photo at all, or is it not? But anyway, we can imagine that.
I can find it after.
Yeah, exactly.
Because my intention span isn't to more than one thing at a time.
That sounds good. I like the water, because that just gets that whole reflection, the sky on a clear night, and the ancient trees and the.
And is the stream going around or through it, through the glade? I missed that part.
No, I said I saw one of the pictures from the nature park earlier, and thought some body of water, like a small lake, or just a widening of a stream or something. Sweet. With this green algae growth. Duck food is called in Danish.
Awesome. Any kind of raised place, that tree that's laying down, or any kind of raised area?
Some kind of big boulder from the Ice Age just left.
There you go.
In the middle of nowhere, kind of.
Yeah.
And again, the moss growing up over it. I see this. Awesome. I see what's she called? Rania, Astrid Lindgren's Rania. She's in the woods one of the first times, and she climbed this big boulder and tried to reach for the stars. Kind of that. So it's in the middle, this big boulder with no visible mountains or something like that. It's just there and have been for centuries.
Awesome. And
I think
that
it's
picture.
cold.
Oh yeah, Karen. Cold.
Yeah, it's cold. It's cold and it smells like mud and moss. And earth. Very, very earthy all around us. Yeah.
What time of year, Adi?
I don't know. I think somewhere in summer. Oh yeah, actually I know very precisely. Sorry. Somewhere around the 27th, 28th of June.
So in the middle of the summer.
So it might actually be kind of a warm, damp night then.
So, right after summer solstices.
Yep.
So it's beginning to be getting darker and darker again. So the height of summer, warmth is coming in a month or two, but we are on the other side of the
clock.
Yeah, summer solstice.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it would still be where we are, never really dark this time of year. You will always have this blue light in the sky.
Yeah, it's like northern continental Europe. So yeah, it's pretty. Until midnight you can see quoi, you know.
Yeah. So and even when the sun is down, it will never get pitch black.
No. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
You will always have that blue tint in the sky, even though you can see the stars. Now we want to go and look up the weather for that date at some specific year just to see.
I like the idea that there is a big boulder fallen from the sky in the middle of the glade. I imagine it somewhere around the center of the glade. It could be a place, you know, where since the prehistorical times, people would stand on the boulder and address the plebes and be it chieftains, shamans, whatever, galliards. I think it's a place of power where I saw people when they stand on it, like, have this authority. Yeah, there's this sort of like, and of course you're at a higher position, so you oversee things. So yeah, you better heard, better seen. So yeah, it's really the place for talking to an assembly. Not only that, but as well, it's surely there is something mystical about this. Possibly it's the heart of the heart.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the blood clot. It's the blood stone.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm liking the picture on the Puszcza scene on your foundry there, Adi. So it's a sort of a fir forest, right, with the deep moss. Not a huge amount of undergrowth. More tall trees. You can see through the trees.
Yeah.
Move through the trees quite easily.
Oh, it depends on the area, but you have various quality qualities
like that,
but trees.
Bigger trees.
Bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool.
But yours, I imagine that yours is a good mix. They go in patches of acidic trees and more evergreens. Not too much, but some do. Yeah. This is AI generated. So it's not a photograph of anything.
Sorry, Neil.
Yeah, the pond or
I like the
something.
idea
Yeah, for
of a
reflection
pond, yeah. and a big boulder and a lot of
magic
moss.
vision.
Though I would think that
Okay.
as we are in a primordial forest, it's
How
more.
about
It should be thick undergrowth.
More undergrowth, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, very thick undergrowth. There's only a few paths to go to get in or out, because, well, yeah, the forest is extremely old. And in this part, I guess not many humans have been, probably in a long time, as it's, well, under our control. Yeah, something like that, I would
Yeah,
say.
I think there is still the odd hiker, the odd tourist that steps towards the cairn. If no one is well, there is always a guardian somewhere, one of you who is there to manage this sort of encounters. But most of them will be redirected politely, either by homid tricking or just magically disturbing their senses and bringing them, goading them the other way.
Do any of the trees or the rock have the Garu claw marks in them?
I would think so, yeah. At least the trees,
That would make
probably
sense.
even the rock. If it's such an old cairn, then there's probably some marks of very old fights which happened, which maybe we don't even remember anymore in any sense of the word. Just something that happened long time before our time.
Like JC was here.
Yes, but maybe not with letters.
A heart with an arrow.
Without us as Garu never really knowing who these marks are from, because it's already so old, probably even old compared to our time scale, which is, a little bit broader than the humans.
So old that some of the marks have already been filled and covered with moss, so you can hardly even see that the grooves are there.
I love where this is going. Cool. I love those neat details. They really bring power to the vision we create. Cool. I'm afraid I have to ask to go and describe and go full on. We don't know what it's like. It's what we want it to be. What's the Umbra looking like on the other side? I had another scene, another foundry to sort of suggest something mystical, and but it's not meant to tell you that this is just that. It's just a portal. Use it as something like, oh, okay, we can go whatever, So that's this. I know that's the nighttime. Sorry, that's the other one. Yeah, you guys are loading. It's not loading. Oh yeah, it's coming. Because I messed up. It's taking a while to load, still because there is an effect to the thing. So yeah, something completely. We're still waiting for Neil. You're loading, Neil? Yeah. How do you see? How do you think it looks on the other side?
Yeah, shadow, just darker, shadowy. The dimensions come and go in your face. The spirits are.
It's all about.
Sorry,
We lost you. When?
Oh, no, I was listening to you for a moment. Yeah, so I was just saying the sort of the dimensions.
What did you say? We lost
sort
you.
of
You didn't
come in and
finish your
out.
sentence.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk. Can you hear me? Okay, or not?
I can hear you,
I
Owen.
hear you fine.
Yeah. Can you hear me, AD?
Yeah.
All right. Or...
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so sorry. I was just saying that just a sort of a dreamlike space where we're darker, the dimensions, the spirits can fade in like mist and so on. Spatially kind of weird, like almost like you could fly up into it, or it feels like a spiritual space, misty, dark.
I thought, silvery moonlight. Very dark, but with this silver moon shimmering kind of feel. And the stone, the boulder, if it's from the Ice Age, have been there since with humans too, shamans, other garus. That would be at point a center of power too, of spiritual power. So that stand in my mind as light, bright light, like other spirits around it, like lighting up in the middle, just like it would the boulder does in the forest. But it's light in the umbra from all the power and spirits that have been worked around it over the years.
The center point of the whole area, I would imagine.
Yeah. I think in the Umbra, the power seems to just fold into the cairn site. You can feel the energy coming closer, but still in the distance, maybe even in the sky and in the lights of red of the different spirits and the worm or whatever it is out there in the in the shadows or through the forest. But yeah, the energy coming into the center. Yeah, they're very cool.
Maybe even the encroaching darkness a little bit from the outside, showing that we are slowly losing the battle, like as it has been said in the beginning, that the rituals need to be formed more often and to fight back this darkness, which is only slowly but steadily creeping closer and closer to our main focal point of power, this blinding light of a boulder, which isn't a boulder in the Umbra, just a position of power. At least that's how I would imagine
it. And also the senses too. The senses of the Garu, the smells, so that you can the smells and the feelings that you're getting. Very your senses become heightened and to all of those strange spirits and evils and goods, and it's kind of overpowering.
Right? It's everything in the Umbra. Everything is a little bit. I would believe that emotions also are a little bit stronger, and the emotions and the energies of around us in our in the normal world are I guess a lot stronger.
I think we are never alone in the Umbra in this place. There's always things like owl spirit, or like boar or bear or deer, like other spirit creatures like passing through, like making their presence known in a way that maybe you can't see in the physical plane.
Yeah, I imagine as well the spirits. Some of them, lesser spirits, are transporters, and they come with gifts for the heart of the forest. And so the heart of the forest would be that boulder of light pulsating, like as a spirit itself. He's present in the Umbra in the form of this pulsing ball of light. Yeah. I imagine that the various little gafflings from all over the place are coming to feed it, and they throw whatever offerings into the fire, to keep this heart going, as if they were, it's the blood coming in, and lighting this fire in the body. I had that vision, and surely on the physical side, that could kind of translate to some migratory birds, particularly loving this pond. A bear coming just and ants near this dead trunk. Loads of it's bursting with life, just on both sides. It's gaffling in those lesser spirits, those transporters, whatever, nurses, whatever their function is. Possibly they get ambushed, by trickster spirits. There is always a spirit coming and with a complaint and something that the Garou are not doing enough, that the paths to get to the heart of the forest are getting more and more treacherous, filled with ambushes from dark and devious spirits. Like it's kind of like the Far West on this side of things. You have this haven, and it's encroached by many brigands. Kind of like brigand spirits. That went astray, that spirits that lost their connection to Gaia, they lost their I don't know, something happened, and the worm or the weaver, even some spirit of the wild went astray. For example, I could imagine that a cancer tumor is a mixture of the wild and the weaver, for example. When you've got a lockdown, dividing of cells and multiplication of cell, and it's locked down this pattern, like you have this like the weaver and the wild are kind of like locked in this kind of like crazy circle, and that creates a cancer cell or whatever, But just to say that evil is not. This is not like a dualistic view of the world. I think I would like us to try to explore something a bit more, three-dimensional. And we have the triad for that. Yeah, so that's good. Anything more you want to add? I think we good to go and enter the story. Yeah.
I dropped a handful of pictures in the Discord.
Yeah. I saw them all. I used one as well to compose. Yeah, that's it. Those are actual pictures of the Puszcza.
So, yeah.
Yep. With the pond and the mosses and all this undergrowth. Yeah, for sure. Nice. So let's zoom in a little bit, and let me take you to what's happening, what just happened, and why a moot has been called. A moot is a whole Sept gathering. Everyone is there, apart from your Sept leader. Enfin, he's there, but he's lying dead at the foot of the boulder.
Oh,
and
that's not
he
good.
doesn't look. Yeah, he is not in a great shape. So I introduced him already. You know that he was falling to Hauglosk and became more and more toxic and intoxicated himself. You had some argument recently with him, and became more and more difficult to just to reach him, just to have normal, mostly his addiction to the litany, and you always you never really sticking to the norms as they should be, whatever. Loads of whatevers, that conversations that ended like that, for your new generation. And even though you may have like respect for traditions and all those sort of things, this guy was really a fanatic, or he became one, and now he's dead. His body in homid form, naked, has been laid in the boulder, seared to like cooked. He looks like he was he caught fire. He was burnt, and on his chest. So he bald, completely burnt, black, crust, a crust, He used to be a beautiful man, he used to be a force of nature. He used to represent, seriously. Nobody could ignore that guy. Now he's just a shard. And on his chest has been carved with something. With the metal, you can only guess, but it's obvious that it was carved with silver, something sharp and silver, carved across his chest. Come get me, motherfuckers.
That's a statement.
Yeah. No, nothing more, nothing less. The vibe from that is exactly that. It's a provocation. It's outrageous. It is meant to bring rage to the fore. It is meant to have you make a mistake or something. You all know it. But no one can. It's still playing, It's working its way. And the Sept is feeling it. And this sort of collective consciousness of the Sept those multiple packs. Some individuals, you see that they're popping, you know, something is like, one is turning, you know, one is going glabro, one is going hispo, you know. You know, not everyone is able to contain this level of the tenacity in the air, you know. And that's not the only news. That happened. His body was found. He left. Actually, what happened is that the last ritual of the living cairn. Those rituals need to be like constantly renewed. Normally, it's once a month, but it seems that once a week is doing the job now, and it has to be once a week. So this is very it's strenuous. It's tiring on the community. It's a long ritual. It can take even days. So sometimes, like basically, sometimes if you're a ritual master, you spend your entire life just prepping for the next one and closing the one before. This time the mount was to he was leading the ritual of the living cairn, and it didn't work, and he messed it up, and he raged, and that pissed off loads of spirits, and the cairn was not protected on the Umbra side for a while, and that was a shame for him and for your pack as a whole. The more reasons for dissent between the five of you. So he was refused another try by the Sept leader. So he was ashamed and chagrined, and went into Harano this time, and that felt bad. But your whole the four of you were instructed to conduct the ritual again, to fix your leader's mistake. So you did. So it was a very intense ritual to try and convince the spirits to tag back, you know, and make them feel home again, you know. Regain their trust. So during that night, and it lasted a few days, but at some point, the Mount left in that state of mind, torn between Harano and Hoglosk, chagrined by his community, having failed. He left, and actually he wasn't going on a random errand. But the rest of the Sept, being all focused on this living cairn ritual, he was the one that felt something was going on, something bad was happening. And he went to check, and he discovered that the pack, the wolf pack, actual wolf pack, of Kali had been slaughtered. The entire pack. He went completely mad after discovering that they were just not only slaughtered, but piled on a pyre and set on fire. Just like that. No, not poaching, you know, not even for sport, not even for the money or the fur. Just piled on a pyre and set on fire. 11 wolves. And pure wolves, yeah? Not coming from the zoo, not reintroduced. No, like, they come from like way back. Those were the real wolves. So, gone. By chance, Kali's brother wasn't part of the party at the time. But the Mount discovered that, went amok, and around after the gang of humans that did that, whatever happened, it seems that he fell into a trap, and his body at the end, just to say all that, at the end his body was found at the bottom of a pit with spikes, burnt, with this "come get me, motherfuckers" sliced on his chest, and a silver bullet in the head. So that's the scene, that's the mood. An entire wolf pack has gone for good. Your pack leader is gone, triple gone. The Sept is not in a good state. The 3 packs, if you can call yourself a pack, even it's hard to know. The 2 other packs, Purple Moon and Kraken's pack, are very are almost like antithesis of each other. I don't know if you noticed, but one is more like tempered and ponderate, and the other one is more about action. Yeah. Your adversary, Sojo, Emilia's adversary, this Ragabash lupus jammer, technology jammer, is making bad joke and comments on the side, as like you have multiple conversation going. No one is really taking up the stage, to make a statement. She's making, bad comments on like weak make-believe leader, selfish, he was a brother to no one anyway, who cares, and some acquiesce, some just turn their head, try to ignore her. She turns into, his paw, and she goes growling and, pissing nearby his body. There are really like, contrasted reactions, The general sentiment is that something is fucking going wrong, and we should all calm down. And but more prevalently is that somehow everyone is sort of looking in towards you four. What the fuck have you done? Because if he was your leader, how did you let that happen? What's? But they as well they torn because you were told to stay for the ritual of the living cairn when that thing happened. So this is what's happening. It's nighttime. Yeah, it's past the full moon. By the way, tonight is full moon, guys. Did you realize? I didn't know. I planned this session on the full moon. Session what? It's actual full moon. So purple moons. There are five of them. They all of them are homid, human-born. And Kraken's pack, there are 5 of them, one of each auspice. And Sojo is born wolf. All the others are human-born. There are various traditions, various tribes. Purple Moon, the leader of the Sept is a Theurge. She's a Theurge heart warden. So a protector of the land, the territory. And Kraken is a Philodox Gale Stalker. So a wise hunter. That's it. That's the setting. what do you... I'm afraid I have to ask. What do you do with all that?
Who was it?
I hope it's not too overwhelming. We can start it small. You can ask me question before telling me what you want to do, maybe. Whatever way you want to approach that.
How did we find out about the dead wolf pack?
There was a quick investigation.
Okay.
There was a quick investigation. Someone found the body of someone found them. I would even I could say who could have found them. It should be a hunter. I think Little Wolf found them.
Do we have any leads on the humans that he was chasing? Or Little Wolf found probably just...
There are a few rumors, of things that were happening in town and around and in the woods. There are broader tidings, general info that yes, there were reports of a band of foreigners that came through the village and left the very same day. Were not seen again after only one day. Possibly they spent the night at the hotel or something. There are some leads possibly there. Some said that they were poachers. They looked like some say that they were kind of dressed like hunters or whatever. So there is this. You know that a couple of days before there was something very odd, and that happened again during your series of ritual and failed rituals. That took you away, kind of like with the calendar, the human goings-ons. Something happened a couple of days back. There was St. John's Night, and during St. John's Night, there's a festival. You know, in East Europe, it's a very vibrant celebration. Pagan traditions held for quite a bit there. And they love their St. John's Night fire and bonfires and dances and circle dances and all the trads. And there was a concert that night at the village. And during that concert, there was some kind of like bladed weapon fight. Some kind of mayhem happened there, and a musician died. And many people were hurt and harmed. So that happened just like, I don't know, 3-4 days before the wolf fire. Yeah.
I think the first thing that Bartek would do is examine the corpse a little bit more, like get closer, probably try to, even though it's a little bit brutal, get out the silver bullet, as he is in hominid form. It doesn't harm him at all, but yes, and just generally check out the corpse if there's anything he could still see, something that maybe, I don't know, Little Wolf was it, yes, that found him, that he might have overseen or something.
Yeah, Little Wolf.
I want to cover part of him with my jacket. I don't think it's right to leave the mount like just lying like naked for everyone to see. It feels disrespectful. I want us to like block off some of the view and cover him with my jacket a little bit. Yeah.
You said one of the others were in one of the wolf forms, pissing on him. Did I hear that right?
not pissing right straight onto him, but in just pissing nearby. Yeah. Sojo did that.
Okay. Who was that?
It was Sojo.
And
She's a Galliard Red Talon from Kraken's pack. She's Emilia's adversary.
Yeah. And what shape was she in?
He was in Hispo. So showing in Hispo means I don't want anything to do with anyone. You all stink like I'm here to hunt any troublemakers. It's it's one step away from Krynos.
Yeah. And I think when Callie sees this, that she's being this disrespectful towards her own pack leader, to my pack leader, she would change to Hispo too and growl at her.
Okay. First rule.
Not challenging her, but stay away.
Nice one. Yeah.
Like setting that boundary.
Nice one. First rule of the game. A rage check. Who would have guessed? You just if you could just please give yourself all you choose between 2 and 3 points of rage. If you want 2, you take 2. If you want 3, your pick. You know how rage operates, yeah? We'll know better as we go, but the more you have, the more you can go brutally, yeah?
Yeah, I just, because it's my Hispo that's active, I would probably have been inhuman. So,
yeah. So you click on Hispo, 1 rage dice.
Wouldn't that just... Yeah, okay.
Okay, it costs you 1 point of rage. And you change. And you go do the protective measurement. Very wolfy.
I still change?
You still change, yeah. It just actually costs you 1 point of rage.
Okay. And when I go down to 0 rage, I lose the wolf.
That's it. And you turn back to lupus. In your case, you go back to natural form. So in no time, she shifts, and you begin to roam around Sojo. As you two, Emilia and Bartek, approach the mount's body. What is Rafe asking himself, doing?
When I think you're muted, or maybe.
Yeah, I was. Sorry. Yeah, I'm coming behind, just approaching the scene behind Bartek, a little distance away. He's examining the body. So I'm just sort of just a little distance away, keeping my eye on everyone else. If anybody is getting angry or enraged, or so basically standing guard.
Yeah.
Waiting.
Your mentor. Actually, your 2 mentor. Actually, I think that the 3. But the two pack leaders, Kraken and Purple Moon, are approaching the body. And Little Wolf is the one who brought it back. Yeah, so he's there as well. Little Wolf is he's a wide photographer. He has his gear on. He's dressed like he's a camouflage, kind of like wide photographer style. Comes from Berlin. He was born in Berlin, moved to Poland, fell in love with the forest and with Simona Shifter, with his partner. And she's part of the Sept as well. They have this menagerie in this home in the wild. And so he's there. Kraken is there. And Purple Moon. Purple Moon is this old lady. I imagine her like very animalistic looking. I think her omid form has taken like really a bent on the wolf side. Even her old form shows her some kind of wolf features. I think even naturally her normal ears are even pointy, sort of things like that, and like loads of hair going out. She's really like grandmother mage, sorceress. Still, I think she's still pretty nimble, nimble. But yeah. And Kraken, I don't know how we could describe him. I think he's huge. And he stands very straight. I think he's very economical, in his the way he moves. Very just always in tune with where he stands. Yeah. The three of them are in homid form. So you do your little investigation. Why not roll something there? What could that be, Bartek? A little investigation. I don't know. Is there a resolve? If you really intend on, I think resolve could do, because like you have the time. You apply calmly the methodology, or intelligence, whichever. Can go for resolve.
Then I will do an investigation and resolve check.
Sure. Right.
What's that?
So the first thing you maybe we'll keep that for the end. Yeah, the bullet extraction. A big knife. Well, let's go with the skin first. I think the skin is. There was two successes.
Mm-hmm.
There was some chemical involved, and you see some kind of like grid pattern. Square patterns going around his body, like a net pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Not a square grid, but a lozenge grid. No.
Yeah.
And that the sear goes along that pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Then the knife cut. It's not a knife. It's a short sword of sort. See that the cleft of the incision, the way it's cut, looks like really like big Crocodile Dundee knife, like just something of that size. And for it not to be regenerated, it's 100% a silver blade. And however you go about extracting the bullet, how do you do that? You do that.
I would just
Go in, maybe in the mouth.
Something like that. Yeah. I would do a medicine check for that, probably. Try to. Oh well, no. Bartek would not be careful, because the body is well, he's dead already. So, but the bullet is important. So really, just maybe a little bit too much force trying to either peel the bullet out through the wound or somehow, not a nice sight.
Yeah. It's not.
Just
it's
really,
not nice to look at, but it's noisy. It's
No.
noisy and visually, plentiful. You get it done. Now, you're a military. You see that that piques Rafe's interest as well. A bullet. Maybe Rafe make an extra roll here. Rafe, you can go with. That will be a square intelligence with firearms.
Oh, okay.
And even more. Yeah, do that. Intelligence plus firearms and a +1 modifier.
Okay. If I click on intelligence, will firearms come up as an option?
No, you click on the skill. You always click on the skill first, and then you tell it which attribute. That's the way the system is built.
Oh, okay. So firearms. Okay.
Firearms, intelligence, modifier +1.
Mm-hmm. I've clicked on it. Oh, I need to unlock, do I?
No?
Yeah. No? Okay. Okay, so I click on firearms, and I'm not getting a box for some reason. What am I doing wrong?
Close your character sheet, reopen it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Click on firearms, left click.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not working for me.
What's not working? When you click on firearm, you have a pop-out window that shows up?
No pop-out window, yeah.
No pop-out window?
No.
Okay, you may want to
Do you
reload your foundry.
Yeah, I'll reload
it. Is your character sheet locked or unlocked?
Yeah, that might also be a reason.
No, it's locked. I just...
Maybe when it's unlocked, it doesn't work?
No, it was locked.
No, it's the same. It doesn't matter if it's locked or not. Reload your foundry.
I am.
And you can roll that when you're back. Well, you cover his body with your jacket, with a cloth, some kind of cloth that was there. I don't know, something like something with which you what kind of cloth? There is a cloth. Anyway, his intimate parts are gone. Good. There wasn't much to. The outer, extremities are just like burnt, badly seared. But still, a decency and a very, very homemade. Hey, it worked.
It did.
A very homemade thing to do. Just basic decency. 4 successes. Yeah. So this is obviously a sniper bullet. How do you guys interact with each other in regard to this action?
So Bartek looks at the bullet. Rafe, you know something about this? And then flicks it over.
Yeah, I look closely at the bullet and just how it entered the it was in the skull, right? Yeah, so I'm just interested in how it entered the body, and the silver bullet. What
You pick it up?
caliber it is? Yeah, sure.
Cool. Well, it's one very similar to yours.
308.
It's a hunter sniper rifle. Versatile weapon used to hunt stuff, not to kill 6 kilometers away. Not stuff like that. No, it's not a huge bloody ghost cannon. Huh? It's versatile, snippy sniper rifle. Silver bullet.
So
just does the job.
In my
And when it's lodged in the head
mind,
and doesn't go out, it's bad. Because the silver keeps searing the melts the brain on the silver keeps going. It's not like if it was a shot and going through and out, it would be nice, even, But if it gets stuck, it keeps doing what it does to Garo. So here you go.
Yeah, so in my mind, I'm sort of associating that with that rumor of the poachers who were coming through town, and I guess the slashed message with the, once again, that looks like done with a hunting knife, or more of a military grade knife. Just
very heavy knife. And the last detail on the bullet is and the wound. It was a point blank. It wasn't a shot that came from afar. It was still a sniper rifle, but the shot was shot at a close range.
So maybe he was talking to them, even. Who knows?
All right, what do you think? Should we try to track it? Is it or is it too specialized? Can buy it in the area or something? Yeah?
The bullet itself, well, I don't have much links. You would have more links to any kind of authorities. But if we could go to where he was found, maybe we could find more out, this pit, and there we could maybe track whoever did it. But the bullet itself, maybe you would be able to find out more than I could, I think.
Yeah, I will talk with some people. Maybe I can find out I don't know, residue or something like that. Maybe we can somehow track the bullet. Although as it's a silver bullet and it's not something that is used normally, we might be able to ask with local gun dealers. Somebody might have sold it, This is this very specialized thing normally. But the question remains, who would do this and why?
Yeah, I think we can learn more at the site of where he was found.
This was an insult to him. This was an attack on him, personally. And us, the Garu, or our pack?
The girl is right.
The
The girl is right. This was an attack on all of us. Don't get fooled. Don't fall in that trap. No revenge will ever bring him back. It will only bring sorrow and destruction upon the whole Sept.
Problem is if it was a very If it was a purposeful attack on him, that means somebody must have been tracking him for a while. You don't just randomly attack a werewolf, attack us. This must have been in the planning, which means if we don't do anything, they are coming for us. Yes, this is of course a trap. We go and they will attack us, this is of course, but if we don't do anything, they will attack us either way. They know we're here. Otherwise, they wouldn't have found him.
Did the other Hispo back down when Kali changed?
Now she's face to face with you now.
Okay.
Saying like in semi wolf dialect, back off. Leave me alone. I'm entitled to my emotions. And she's going in on you. She's closing in. She's trying to push you away.
Like I said.
She's a ragabash, but she feels like, she's a time bomb.
And I will not attack her, and I will stand between her and the rest of my pack. But I will go lower than her, but not lower my eyes. So I will indicate that I will not attack you, but no closer than this. And I'll say, yes, you are entitled to your feelings. But don't show disrespect to him.
Like he showed respect to anyone. He was no brother.
And she goes, and then when she goes, she kind of snaps, and she clacks her, she bites something, and your phone turns, loses power. Emilia's phone goes off. Zzz. And yeah, that was she looks at you just like she's strafe, and like she catches you in her, and she goes back to Lupus and cuddles Kraken's, her leader's legs. And Kraken stands very straight. He's about nearly 1.90 meters. He's a huge guy. He doesn't like feel like a Viking or whatnot. It feels more like a straight tree, something balanced. But you know that he's a killer inside. And he's looking at the whole thing. He's looking at Aunt's dead body, and you see, but it's brewing inside him bad. And Sojo, who in Lupus form, dancing around his leg. She's looking at him like doing this wolf smile, and he caresses her forehead, And they're like, oh yeah, oh, it's gonna be party time.
But the moment she changes back to Lupus, Kali will change back to Humid. And go stand with her pack. If she backs down, Kali will be sure that Kraken will be, since he's a pack leader too, Kali will trust that he will keep her in check. And she backed down, changing to Lupus.
Yeah.
So Kali will not pressure that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So she will change back to humid and to be able to talk to the rest of her pack.
Sure. Homid. Homid, not humid.
And she will vomit.
Yeah. A humid homid.
Human. Yeah.
So she addresses the her pack mates, yeah?
And she will say, it was not him as a person they targeted, it was us. Whoever went and found, and she will have really trouble about saying this, saying whoever found IPAC, and she will pause a bit and just try to collect herself, and continue. Whoever found my pack would have succumbed to the same fate as him. They didn't track him, they set a trap to trap anyone to send us this message. They killed my pack to provoke us in order to get to us, and they still do with this. I agree that we will have to make this right, but just chasing after them, we put ourselves in the same position to be hunted, because that's what they want.
Awesome. Everyone, roll for roll composure. Can we do a composure plus resolve? Fuck, we can't do that. Roll a composure. Huh? Roll a composure.
Roll.
Oh, custom roll. You can do that.
Let's see.
You can set up two attributes together.
Composure. Oh no.
No, you
doesn't
can't.
Work.
It's annoying.
Okay.
Find an equivalent.
When I click on composure, it does. Oh well, it does give me the choice of choosing.
Oh yeah,
composure.
you can do that.
I mean,
cool.
resolve.
Oh yeah, click on composure, add resolve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that work? Yeah, composure past resolve. Yeah.
Brave is good. Bartek is good. Well, you two are strong. Good. Amelia. Very good. So, you guys were actually trying to fight the pressure and resist 2 superficial points of willpower damage, and 3 superficial for Kali. So you're no, Kali, you take 1. Kali, you still take 1 superficial point of willpower damage. Yeah. Brilliant.
Do I do 2? I also got 2.
Oh yes.
Success.
No. The 3 of you, the 3 others was only to fight off 2 points of damage. So you're good. Kali had a particular, it's her family. Basically, they killed her whole families. Her whole family. They were all, like half of them were her brother or cousins.